Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Sloppy Bro Show. It's your buddy Marcus. Welcome, Patriots, Americans, pandemic compadres. Well, I gotta tell you, it is definitely some weird times that we are in right now. And day 5 of isolation. You know, social distancing. I mean, whoever thought, we'd have a term called social distancing. Yep. Hey, what's going on, Maxi Taxi? Welcome. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're staying safe. So I'm going to be the first to admit, I made light of the whole, coronavirus in the beginning. I kind of felt like it was going to be a nothing burger, but it's turning out to be something pretty damn serious. Uh, you know, people are having to work from home if they can. People are being furloughed and laid off if they can't. Restaurants are closed except for, picking up, takeout, delivery. Uh, Bars are shut down, and even the fucking liquor store. I had to go out yesterday and get, a damn half gallon of damn Evan Williams because, who knows how long they're going to be shut down. I mean, it's freaky, you know. In 45 years, I've never seen anything like this, you know. But, luckily I've got a job, you know, working for myself. So, well, it kind of sucks right now because I do photography. And not many people want to get portraits done, during a pandemic. But luckily, I've got some other skill sets that, I can do on the side. So I'm going to be okay. Um, my son, his school shut down. He's doing online classes, which, sucks because, I mean, for 12-year-olds, man, it's rough. They want to be outside playing. They want to hang with their friends, so to be cooped up in the house, not fun for him. But I tell you, he's handling like a trooper, a real sport. So I'm proud of him. But yeah, crazy. So doing a lot of work around the house to help pass the time, uh, catching up on TV shows and movies, kicking it with my little dude, trying to limit myself, going to the store. And if I do go, it's just to get cigarettes, maybe some beer, because at least we can still do that. Thank God. I don't know what the hell I would do if I can get cigarettes and beer. Not that I need them, mind you, but we all got our little vices. So, after this week, I'm just kind of curious to see, you know, how everybody else is coping and dealing. What are some things that you're doing? Are you having to work from home? Are you being furloughed or laid off temporarily? Uh, and if you're stuck at the house, what kind of things are you doing to help pass the time? Uh, it's real curious. How about you, Maxi Taxi? What are you doing to help kill the time? I know you got to be doing something. So yeah, I've just been one of the things I've been doing to help kill time is I got this new Elgato Street Deck, which is pretty cool. It allows you to program the buttons so that you don't have to click with the mouse. You can transition real easy, between cameras. I can turn off the overlay, which is pretty cool. It's got different. You can program different sound effects if you want. I mean, it's pretty neat. I like it. Got a real good deal on it at GameStop. I think it usually goes for like maybe I want to say 150. I got it for like 115 with my Power Rewards discount. So that was kind of cool. I have yet though to get around to installing my Elgato Cam Link. Oh, let's see. What's Maxie saying? Well, my state hasn't quarantined yet, but Washington State is locking down, and I work in Washington State. But my boss told me on Friday that they still want me to come in on Monday because they're considered essential. Okay. Well, I guess that could be a good thing as well as a bad thing. The good thing is at least you're still bringing in a paycheck, still getting paid. The bad thing is you're at more risk of coming in contact with somebody who's got the coronavirus. So that's kind of freaky. I've really been amazed at all the information that's been floating around regarding COVID-19. A lot of conspiracy theories. It's crazy the conspiracy theories that are out there. But there's also a lot of questions too that don't seem to be answered. I'm not a doctor by any stretch of the imagination, and don't know the first damn thing about viruses and how they operate or whatnot. Um, they say it originated in China. I know that's causing some controversy because our president is referring it to as the Chinese virus. Uh, don't really know how I feel about that. I think it's him just being a troll, trolling people, especially China, because I did hear that China was saying that we were the ones that, brought it to them. It was our soldiers, which I don't think that was the case. I think somebody made a mistake, in a lab and it got out. And, you know, here we are. That's just my opinion, though. Hell, I'm probably wrong. But some people are thinking that this was intentionally released to help to depopulate, the world, to get our population numbers down because we're encroaching 8 billion people worldwide. Um, I've heard people say that this is the Democrats, working with China and NATO because they want Trump out because they couldn't impeach him, and they're all upset about the damn tariffs. I don't think that's the case. I don't think our. I mean, we got some shitty politicians. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think they're that damn petty. By any means. Uh, but that's just my opinion. You know, I can I could be wrong. I could be right. A little public image limited. Looking. Oh, the other cool thing about this Stream Deck is I can program the key to help to tell me how many viewers I've got. And right now, it looks like I have one viewer. So, Maxie, thank you for stopping by and viewing. Uh, Feel free to other than that, what's going on in Washington? Are your family, are they self quarantining and self isolating? Whatever the terminology is. Uh, are your friends? The main thing I'm concerned about with this whole thing is is the schools. Because the schools shut down. There's a lot of children that depend on that breakfast and lunch for their meals for the day. There's a lot of families out there struggling. You know, so I am concerned about the kids. Not getting their meals now. In my area, um, you can go and pick up, your breakfast and lunch. But the thing is, it's weird because you can get breakfast from like 6:30 to I want to say 8 a.m. and then lunch from like 11 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. Okay, so as if you're a parent, you take your kid to get the breakfast, and then you've got a 2-hour window to turn around and have to go back. I mean, it just seems like it could be a lot of stress and strain, on the parent. A lot of wasted gas. I don't see why they just can't, give them the lunches when they get the breakfast. That way they can take it home and reheat it. That just, I don't know. So Maxie says, I'm still doing the thing. I go shopping, Idaho, just across the border, because they still kind of open for business during the day. But I've just got 14 rolls of toilet paper, so I don't. Yeah, that's funny. I've got exactly 14 rolls of toilet paper myself. Uh, I did find a little thing on the web that will tell you mathematically, how long you can survive the coronavirus, with the however many rolls of toilet paper. And it looks like I can go 179 days. So that was pretty neat little tidbit. The other thing is, and I guess everybody handles things different, but the amount of panic that's going on. When I have gone to the stores, you got these people that are just buying up everything, toilet paper, paper towels, just trying to stock up. And I get it. You want to have enough, for the 2 weeks that they recommend, but you're going, there's a lot of people going way and above, that 2 week recommendation that we've been given, by our government. So there's people that are going without, which I don't think that's fair. Really breaks my heart to see the old people too, because they're slower, they're frailer, they're not as quick as the young people, so they get there late, and they're missing out. So that sucks. That breaks my heart. Uh, but I guess that's the nature of humans. We tend to be selfish, the majority of us, and put ourselves first, before others. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of doing the same thing. Not during this, of course, but in other aspects of life. Um, Still, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I will say this: I thought it was really cool that Dollar General has designated their first hour of opening for senior citizens, so that they could get first pick on stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just hope there's no senior citizens that are out there, hoarding set. That would be kind of fucked up. All right, so let's see what Maxi text is. It definitely sucks, and I really don't know prayer and sleeping and eating. That's basically what I do in isolation. Well, prayer's a good thing. Prayer helps. It does. I've been saying my prayers. I hope that this doesn't last forever. I got a feeling though it's going to last longer than what they're originally telling us. Uh, I've heard some estimates that this thing could be 18 months. What that's going to do to the small business owners is going to fucking devastate them. And to the people that are laid off, shit, can't even imagine. How long is it going to be before people start getting desperate? You know, and start breaking into people's homes to take things. Looting stores and whatnot. As a matter of fact, I seen this morning that dude, the red elephant, was showing videos where they're already doing that. In other countries, the looting. So how long before the looting it goes to going to people's homes? I'm not worried about it. Thankfully, I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. I've got enough guns and ammunition that nobody's gonna mess with me. Hopefully, though I wouldn't want to have to do that. That'd be horrible. Um, but if I got to protect my son and myself, you do what you have to do. But I would pray that it wouldn't come to that. Human life's too important. It's too valuable. And I know a lot of people joke about it. You hear guys talking about the boogaloo and all that, but I I think if it actually came down to it, nobody wants that. You know, we all basically want the same thing. We want to work, take care of our friends, our family, and pay our bills and just live a healthy, happy life. Maybe 2 weeks in the mountains, 2 weeks at the beach. Once a year, vacation. I don't know. Well, I hope you got enough food stored up, Maxie, for the next 2 weeks at least. I actually hope you got more than that, but they were telling everybody 2 weeks is what you needed. I've got the 2 week. After 2 weeks, I'm going to have to head out to the stores and see what I can, scrounge up and get. It really came down to it. In order to get themselves to be as ruthless as they seem online, they probably have to do drugs like hooker meth and then justify it later on. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Well, I think everybody's like that online or has a tendency to be like that. It's easy to talk a tough, talk and be Billy Badass when you're online. Keyboard warrior, but it's completely different in the real world. You know, I think some of the people that I come across, that seem really fucking assholes and douchebags online. I think maybe in person, outside of the world of the wide web, they're probably nice, chill people. Maybe some people just use the internet as an escape, you know, from their regular life. So they build this online persona, you know, to I don't know, compensate. I don't know, it sounds like some psychology shit, don't it? Yeah, I'm not a psychology person. Yeah. Yep, everything does count in the real world. It's what matters most, you know. And regardless of everything that's going on, the most important things, are family and friends. And outside of that, we need to try and stay calm through all this, and check in on our neighbors. I've been in contact with my neighbors. Hell, I've talked to my neighbors more this week than I have probably in the last about 10 years, maybe. Asking them if they need anything. If I go to the store, hey, you need me to pick you up something? Are you good? I mean, it's about community, in the end. And we had an elderly woman that I went to check on, but unfortunately, she's been moved to a home. Apparently, she's just not able to take care of herself, so her family put her in a home. So I was a little worried about that because I know these things spread among the old. I know this thing spreads rapidly among old people in homes, or it has. You know, so I hope she's gonna be fine. She was a real sweet old lady. Real good heart. Um, so yeah, check on your neighbors. Check on your elderly, especially those that live by themselves that don't have any family. Community is key. You're right. Amen, Maxie. Community is key. I know it's going to sound silly and stupid, but I watched that movie with John Cusack, 2012, because I've got a thing for end of the world movies. Armageddon, asteroids, tidal waves, whatever, tsunamis. I really like the effects and shit. That Hollywood's able to produce with that. But in that movie 2012, at the very end, and I'm going to spoil it because the movie came out in I think 2011, so you should have seen it by now. And if you haven't, I'm sorry. But towards the end of the movie, they've got these arcs that they've built. That all the governments have pulled money from the private sector to, get built that people could get on and survive the destruction and whatnot. And there's like a whole bunch of people that aren't going to be able to get on the damn ark, you know, and they're freaking out and panicking ensues, and start turning on one another. The heads of state that are on the ark, and this one scientist was really cool. Um, Sees it, and I mean, it's like shit's coming to an end, and the one thing that we have is our humanity, our ability to care and look out for one another, and we're going to start our new life by these telling these damn people they can't get on the boat. That's not right. So sure enough, he gives his little speech, and all the heads of state are like, yeah, let him on the boat. So it ends on a good note, for an end of the world movie, of course. But yeah, I think during this whole COVID thing, we need to try to keep our humanity. You know, and that can be tough. I know. I know it can be hard, especially when you're scared. Fear is the mind killer. You get 10 points if you can tell me where that's from, Maxie. 10 points. Fear is the mind killer. What movie is from? I'm gonna pop up another beer. Any ideas? Any clues? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, not sure. Okay. Fear is the Mind Killer is from the movie Dune. No, Dune. With that guy from, what was that damn? Twin Peaks. No, it's from the movie Dune. It is. But good try. I mean, those were good guesses. Hannibal, Identity. Good try. Myself, I'm a big movie nut. I love watching movies. You know, I can't get enough of them, especially a good movie. But I watch a lot of dumb movies too. So you've never seen Dune? Really? That's insane, dude. You've totally got to find that movie online and watch it. That is a great movie. It was done in the '80s. As a matter of fact, they're talking about doing a reboot. Because let's be honest, it's the one thing Hollywood, is having a hard time struggling with is, coming up with original ideas. Yeah, there might be a delay, but it says I'm streaming in HD. Oh, I love The Shining. I thought The Shining was excellent. That was actually one of the scariest movies. It's in my top 5 of scariest movies of all time. And you know what did it for me that made it so scary? And also what made, in my opinion, Stanley Kubrick such an excellent director was the damn music, the soundtrack. I mean, the score, you know. Ooh, Doctor Sleep. I don't think I have seen that, but I am definitely going to add it to my list of things to see. But yeah, that movie, man, The Shining, that music, the suspense of it all, and then you see those two girls in the hall. Come and play, Danny. Come and play. The little girls, man. Ooh, just talking about it makes the hair on my arms raise. It's crazy. You'll have to excuse the noise in the background. That would be my dog, Petey. And I got my little waterfall thing running on the deck, and my windows are open because it's such a beautiful day. So I wanted the fresh air. Dies Hour is a great track. Cool. Cool. I'm glad it saves these comments because I'll be able to go back and if I forget Dr. Sleep, I'll be able to look it up. But the title sounds interesting. I think that will be one that I enjoy. But yeah, movies for me are just such a great escape, especially when they're done right. I watched one again for like the 100th time, Sling Blade, with Billy Bob Thornton. Uh-huh. I sure do like them French fried potatoes. Uh, shit like that. I mean, just like hell. Really? It's a sequel? How did I not know this? What have I been living under a rock for the last damn? When did it come out? Is this something that just came out, or has it been? The sequel was made like a few years ago. I'm really kind of tripping balls here. I didn't realize they did a sequel to The Shining. Taters and mustard. Yeah, that was such a damn good movie. I think tonight I might watch Shawshank Redemption. Oh, a recent sequel. Okay. I'll have to see if I can find that on Amazon Prime or Netflix or something. Damn, I can't believe I didn't know about that. Oh, cool. I'm not too far from a red box. So if I can't find it online, I will definitely see if I can't score it in a red box. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption is great. It is. Just comes down to a simple choice: either get busy living or get busy dying. Love that movie. Tim Robbins was excellent, as was Morgan Freeman. Of course, Morgan Freeman's just fucking good in everything he does. Even in movies that, suck, he's still good. I wasn't a big fan of Bruce Almighty, but I thought he nailed, playing God. I mean, if I was to imagine God, that would be him. Fantastic actor. Hell, I even liked him in Driving Miss Daisy. Uh, so I'm really digging being able to switch, the camera views. And eventually, I'm going to get around to putting up the third camera. So I'll have a trifecta. Ewan McGregor. Oh, hell, I love Ewan McGregor. He was the bomb in Train Spotting. Oh. And, I mean, he didn't do too bad as, Obi-Wan, in the Star Wars movies. Yeah. Yeah, the whole cast. I even like the guy that played old, what's his name? Brooks Hadley. I forget the gentleman's name, but he was really good. And even the dick, what's his name? The guy that ran the prison. What do you call him? The warden. He was good. I mean, I wanted to kill him. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Schwarzenegger should have just walked away from that one and just been like, you know what, I'm done. You know, I'm done. He should have done a Rocky like Rocky. I'll give no, not Rocky. Sylvester Stallone, because I did just watch Last Blood, which I thought was pretty good. I like how after what is it? You had First Blood, Rambo 2, Rambo 3. You're right. He was an old Twilight Zone actor. Yeah, I was last time I watched it. I kept thinking I've seen him in other things, but I couldn't figure it out, and I didn't want to go to IMDb and cheat, so I just kind of let it go. But yeah, now that you said Twilight Zone, God man, he had to have been young back in them days. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I used to love the Twilight Zone. Yeah, even the movie. When they made that movie in the '80s with Dan Aykroyd and what's his name, Albert Brooks. Um, that was really cool. And the Scat Man, the guy who kicked the can, that was one of my favorite ones with the old people. They get to be young and they have the option to stay young or they could go back to being old, but they choose to go back to being old. Except for that one dude, he wanted to be young, man. He was the English dude. But yeah, that movie was pretty cool. I want to say though that there was a tragic accident that happened um, during that movie, and a little girl died. I want to say something to do with a helicopter crash, if memory serves. I don't know. I remember dumb little bits of information like that. Uh, Comes in handy when playing trivia, which I'm actually pretty good at trivia. Well, been streaming for about 33 minutes. Had one really cool person participate. I enjoy that. I love participation. Maybe if I do another one tonight, maybe we can get some more people in. Oh, that's okay, Maxie. I'm thinking I might go ahead and just stop it now anyway. I've got a few things, I need to do. I basically just wanted to check out this stream deck, and play around with it, and I don't know, just kind of get a feel for how everybody's dealing with this COVID-19. But I really appreciate you joining in, man. Thank you. No, that was when the Twilight Zone, the movie, happened. It was when they were filming it. I'll see if I can't find the link to the story online and maybe post it in the comments, and you can check it out later if you want. But yeah, man, do your errands. I might do another live stream again tonight, but this right here was basically just so I could play with the stream deck and just kind of get a feel for, how people are handling, being, self isolated and whatnot. But for those of you that tune in later and check out the show, I mean, if you do, stay safe. Wash your hands, cough in your elbow. If you do come in contact with people, try to stay at least 6 feet away. Uh, If you've got a mask, wear it. I know there's been some controversy on the whole mask thing. I've heard that them say that only people that are sick should have the mask, but people in Europe are saying no, that's not right. Everybody should wear a mask if they've got one because it does provide a barrier from you breathing in those microscopic airborne particles. So if you've got a mask, wear it. If you've got an extra one, give it to somebody that doesn't have one. Share like it's about taking care of one another. Um, See if you've got any groups in your community that are doing things, and partner up with them to see if you can help. Because more hands make less work. That's what I was told. But outside of that, I'll be praying for all of you. I hope we can get through this, relatively sane and with our jobs intact. Uh, that'll be cool, you know. But just stick together. It's better to be with a group than to be alone. It is. And as far as the politics go, now I don't really think now's the time for politics. Especially partisan shit. Liberals, conservatives, Republicans, Democrats. Let's just set that shit to the side and focus on getting through this. Together and help out where we can. Uh, Luckily, I've got a big cabling job coming up Monday, so that'll keep me busy. We'll be outside for a little bit, but it's going to be a small crew, kind of remote, so I'm not too worried about it. But I'll tell you, I'll be glad when I get when the photography thing picks back up and people start wanting pictures and portraits because the photography is what I love to do. It's my passion. So, and that's my big bread and butter winter chicken dinner. Took me a long time to get to the point where I could do photography professionally. And I'd hate for it to all come to a crashing end because of COVID-19. But anyway, stay safe. Watch out for one another. If you believe in God, pray to Him. And if you don't, believe in yourself. It's all that matters. Anyway, I'm going to jump off. Once again, for you new folks, if this is your first time coming to the Sloppy Bro Show, if you would hit that like button, if you would hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. And also punch that notification bell. That way, every time I go live or do a static video, you're going to be one of the first ones to know. I can't do this without you guys. I mean, I'll continue to do it without you if I have to, because I pretty much do this just to give me something to do, in my free time, and it's fun, you know. But for you guys that support me, I can't thank you enough. I mean, really. So stay safe, and as always, I will catch you motherfuckers on the flip side. All right, cheers.